Hello, my name is Brian Woodson. Thank you for tuning to my YouTube channel. I'm here to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, and to have real talk and real conversation. Thank you again for taking the time to listen. Please continue to subscribe. Please continue to share as I continue to just make an impact in people's lives and continue to be a blessing. And I pray this blesses you in some kind of way, as well as bless others. And it also blesses and encourages myself. So thank you so much. Today, I want to talk about a subject that's simply called setting boundaries. Setting boundaries. We all have boundaries in life, right? If you think about if you own a home and you have a neighbor next door or behind you or beside you or whatever, I'm pretty sure there may be a fence or some kind of line or something that has your land and your neighbor's land. That's called a boundary because that in that particular boundary, you have your house, your land, and then your neighbor in front of you or behind you or beside you has their house, their land, their boundary. And it's maybe fenced in or whatever the case may be. So in life, we have boundaries, right? So I'm going to go over boundaries that it's not my job to, and I'm going to go over boundaries that it is my job to. So boundaries that includes it's not my job to, and boundaries that include it is my job to. And I'm going to be very brief as possible. So it's not my job to 7 things, heal others. It's not your job to heal someone else. That's something that person has to do on their own. Now we can help and encourage and be there and get counseling and most importantly see God and do all that we can, but that person has to do the work to heal. It's not my job to please others at my expense. I'm gonna leave that alone for today. But you know what I'm talking about. To please others. We should not be people pleasers. And we're all guilty in some kind of way, let's be real. But we should be God pleasers. It's not my job to make it work if the effort isn't mutual. It shouldn't be a one-way street. It should be two-sided. It should be, this person doing their part, the other person doing their part. It comes together. It shouldn't be you doing all the work. It's not your job to make it work if the feeling is not mutual. Let it go. It's not my job to continually compromise. And what I mean by this is, of course, in marriage and different relationships, you got to compromise. That's normal, right? Because we're all different. We're all made in the image of God. We're unique and wonderfully made. God has made us. However, if you are the one always compromising, friendship, relationship, marriage, whatever ship it is, I'm talking about like you compromise 98% of the time and someone else compromise 2%. That's not your job. Then there's an issue there. There's some selfishness there. And there's some self-evaluation needs to be done. It's not your job to tiptoe around you. Think about that. It's not your job to anticipate your needs. It's not your job to anticipate your needs. It's not my job to change myself to your liking. I should not have to change me for you to like me. You either like me or accept me or move on. It's just that simple. And vice versa. If I don't like or accept you, you move on. It's that simple. Now, here's some things that it is my job to. It is my job to heal myself. Now notice we talked about before that it's not my job to heal others, but it is my job to heal myself. So that means that we need to do the work on our own. We can have the help and assistance and all that, but we got to heal ourselves. It is my job to listen to my needs and my desires. That is your job. It is my job to respect myself and my time, because that's important, right? Respect yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself and your time. It is my job to be my true, authentic self. Like we said earlier, don't change yourself for someone else, but it is your job to be you and to be who you are and who God made you to be. It is your job to set healthy boundaries that protect my energy. Oh my, that's a big one. Set healthy boundaries to protect my energy. It is my job to leave when I'm not being valued. If you feel you're not being valued, then leave. Friendship, relationship, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to say marriage. I'm not going to, don't say that Brian said for you to leave your husband and wife because you're not being valued. I did not say that. I'm saying as far as from a just maybe a friendship or just associates or people like that, that you need to leave when I'm not being valued. That's very important. It is my job to say no when it's not in alignment. Ponder on that one. That's a good one. And to also be mindful with my yes. So be mindful with my yes. Very important. Be careful when you say yes and be mindful of it. So we had 8 things of it's not my job to, which was heal others, please others at my expense, make it work if the effort isn't mutual, continually compromise, tiptoe around you, anticipate your needs, and change myself to your liking. Those are 7 things that it's not my job to. But these 8 things that it is my job to is to heal myself, to listen to my needs and desires, to respect myself and my time, to be my true authentic self, to set healthy boundaries that protect my energy, to leave when I'm not being valued, and I'm not talking about marriage and all that. So don't say Brian said leave your husband or wife. I did not say that. That's between you and God on that part. But it does say leave when I'm not being valued. But that's not referring to from a marriage perspective. I'm talking about friendships or associations or other situations. Leave when you're not being valued. Say no when it's not in alignment, and be mindful with your yes. I pray this has encouraged you, inspired you, motivated you in some kind of way. Setting boundary. It's not my job to, and it is my job to. I pray this encouraged you, inspired you, motivated you in some kind of way. Keep your head up, stay encouraged. We're in this race together. Set boundaries. Love yourself, appreciate yourself, know your value, know your worth, know who you are in Christ Jesus, and everything will work out according to his will. May God bless you. May God keep you. Brian Woodson, B.D. Wood. I'm out until next time. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you so much.